Recently, Apple has clashed with the European Union again. The cause of the dispute is related to Apple's intention to limit the charging speed of third-party charging cables. As soon as the EU heard about this, they immediately became furious, stating that if Apple dared to do so, they would make Apple disappear from the European Union. Apple seems to be the only company in the world that dares to stand up against the EU. In October of last year, the EU passed a law that requires all electronic devices to adopt a unified Type-C interface starting from December 2024. It is evident that this law is targeted at Apple, as other smartphone brands have already made Type-C their standard. Regarding the issue of charging cables, the EU had urged Apple to adopt a unified interface many years ago, but Apple refused to comply. Some experts estimate that the interface change could cost Apple billions of dollars in annual revenue. Previously, the EU accused Apple of restricting third-party payment apps from extracting a 30% Apple tax, alleging monopolistic behavior. If the results of the antitrust investigation prove the accusations, Apple could be fined up to 10% of its global revenue. The disputes between the EU and Apple can be attributed firstly to Apple's existing monopoly issues, and it is understandable that the EU has imposed fines on Apple. However, such a substantial fine inevitably raises concerns that the EU is simply seeking monetary gains. How do you view this issue of fines? Feel free to leave your comments in the comment section.